Some sovereign citizens mistakenly believe that designating a judge as the trustee of a fictitious trust compels the judge to recuse themselves. In reality, courts consistently reject these baseless legal theories. Judges are not obligated by imaginary trusts and have no legal reason to step down from a case.
Ronald Hargrove.
Jonathan Baber on behalf of Mr. Hargrove.
All right. Is Mr. Hargrove here?
I do see a Ronald Hargrove name. There we go.
Okay.
George.
I think I just heard him. He's coming on. All right. Okay,
Thank you, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Hargrove. Go ahead, Mr. Baber.
Yeah, today is the date and time set for a couple of things. It's a status conference, Judge, but it's also a hearing date for my motion to withdraw. I'm really just going to rest on what I put in my written motion for this court. I really can't disclose too much more in regard to what the conflict is between me and my client without risking attorney-client privilege, and I don't want to waive that on behalf of Mr. Hargrove. But I do believe there's been a breakdown in the communication between me and my client. We just aren't seeing eye to eye on certain aspects, and I want to respect his wishes on how he wants to have his case represented. So therefore, I'm asking this court to consider withdrawing me from the case.
All right. Mr. Hargrove, well, first of all, Mr. Baber, you are appointed to represent him. Is that correct?
I am.
I do see that in your motion. Okay, give me just a second to.
And I want to stress to the court, too, that Mr. Hargrove has been very respectful. It's just a situation where we just do not see eye to eye on certain things.
All right. So, Mr. Hargrove, you understand what, without getting into details, because I've read the affidavit of Mr. Baber, but do you understand what he is saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
All right. Now, if I allow him to withdraw, which is what I'm leaning towards right now, I'm not sure whether there will be another attorney appointed for you or not. I don't know.
No, I was just confused about a bunch of things.
Right. But, you know, when there's a significant disagreement as to how to proceed, an attorney cannot go ahead and present something to the court that the attorney believes is not justified by law or fact, even if his client thinks it is. So he can't do that if he believes, I mean, that's against the rules that we have to practice under.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question.
But you can ask it, I'll answer it if I can.
Are you the trustee for the Cesta KV account, Ronald Gene Hargrove II, or any account thereof?
Are you asking me that question? I have no idea what you're talking.
Voice, you're acting like it's still the lead paint era, fumbling subpoenas and showing up empty, representing yourself as a disaster, and firing every lawyer just digs your hole deeper. They know the system, you don't. Court isn't the place for trial and error. Let your lawyers do their job, because at this point, they might be the only thing standing between you and serious consequences.
Down that road. Right now, the only question is whether or not Mr. Baber should be your attorney or not. He's filed a motion to withdraw, saying that he can't, basically you have a disagreement on how to proceed. That's too significant for him to proceed.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to allow him, Mr. Baber, was there an order that accompanied your motion?
No, Judge, I will prepare one and present it to the court by tomorrow.
All right, that's fine. I'll go ahead and sign that. Mr. Hargrove,
Yes, sir.
you wish to have another court-appointed attorney?
No,
or do you want to represent yourself or hire your own attorney?
well, I guess I'm not going to get anywhere. No, my questions aren't being answered. So I don't know what to do.
Well, I need an answer. If you want to request another attorney, I can have you interviewed again by MIDC. They may or may not appoint an attorney for you or allow one. What do you want to do?
Well, um, I guess I'll go forward with an attorney, and
Okay,
because
so here's,
I have
Judge Cooper isn't your trustee, he's retiring. Judge Hesselink has now taken over and is already presiding over his first sovereign citizen case. Despite having legal counsel, the defendant keeps making matters worse, proving that even the best attorney can't help if the client won't cooperate. Judge Hesselink's early experience underscores how sovereign citizen ideologies continue to disrupt courtrooms, no matter who's on the bench or sitting at the defense table.
it's up to you. I'm not necessarily going to appoint one for you. Ms. Parker, is Mr. Brown there?
Yes.
He has. He just popped on. Mr. Brown, this is a bit of a new one on me. I don't know if you heard it all. Mr. Baber was appointed to represent Mr. Hargrove. He withdrew because they had some disagreement on what should be presented to the court. And I've allowed the withdrawal. Mr. Hargrove still wants a court-appointed attorney. Does that have to go to Mr. Slough, or is he simply re-interviewed by you?
I don't necessarily know if he even needs to be re-interviewed unless things had significantly changed, as he did have a court-appointed attorney. So unless things have significantly changed, I don't think a withdrawal would require a re-interview. I think he would just have to be appointed another attorney.
All right, so we'll notify Mr. Gilo's office of that. Mr. Hargrove, that attorney would be appointed for you. You'll be given the name and number of that attorney. You should give them a call. Pam, if you called, or that attorney would you also let them know they may want to call Mr. Baker? And,
I'll try to remember.
yeah, okay, I get it completely. But Mr. Hargrove, I suspect that if this attorney has the same situation that Mr. Baber does, you may end up representing yourself or having to hire your own attorney.
Well,
Okay.
I wish you would just please answer my question.
Well, that's nothing that I can answer in a situation like this. The only question, you need an attorney, you've requested an attorney. If you're the next time you come to court, I won't be here because there'll be another judge. As my term ends at the end of this month, in about 10 days or so, 12 days. So any argument would be presented to them, but it has to be done according to the court rules that we're all bound by.
But you don't have to answer my question?
No, he doesn't. Especially.
The Secretary of State isn't your trustee either. The new judge is handling the case confidently, despite the sovereign citizen's usual theatrics. Let's be honest, have these arguments ever actually worked? Almost never. Courts see through the pseudo-legal jargon and expect real evidence. This judge isn't falling for the nonsense, and it's already being shut down.
43189 ST. I see you, Mr. Hargrove, on Zoom. You represented by counsel, Mr. Hargrove?
I represent Mr. Hargrove, Judge.
All right, thank you.
What we're going to ask the court to do is accept plea to count one with the second offense dismissed.
Mr. Fortier, is that an accurate statement of the agreement?
I don't know yet, Your Honor. I can't find the case for some reason.
All right, I'll give you a second.
Mr. Gilo, did Miss Brooker email you that offer?
Yes, on the 9th.
Okay. Then, yeah, Judge, that would be what we're going to do then.
All right. Mr. Hargrove, you've heard the attorneys talk that there is an agreement being offered to you that if you plead guilty to the first offense of operating with your license suspended, the notice for second offense, which enhances the penalty, would be dismissed. Is that what you want to do? You're on mute now, Mr. Hargrove. You're going to have to take your, there you go. Is that what you want to do today? I'm sorry.
I just had a few questions.
Well, you're going to need to talk to your attorney about those questions. Do you need some time to do that?
He can't answer them for me.
All right. Well, then what are your questions? Let me see if I can answer them for you.
Okay, well, I don't understand how you can be the trustee of my Cesta KV account, Ronald Gene Hargrove II, and not have my best interest.
I'm sorry, what, I don't understand what your question is.
How can you be the trustee of the Cesta KV account, Ronald Gene Hargrove II, and not have my best interest?
What is that account that you're referring to?
Oh, God. The Cesta
Yes,
KV
it
account
is, but
that everybody,
Go ahead.
most people have, and you're the trustee. Just like the Secretary of State is trustee of it. You are my trustee, aren't you?
Need real proof before I believe a sovereign citizen uncovered some magical loophole to dodge justice, let alone got a judge and sheriff fired. It sounds like yet another too good to be true myth. Courts don't fall for these stunts, and there's zero credible record of it ever happening. Without solid evidence, it's just hearsay and fantasy straight out of the sovereign citizen playbook.
Uh-oh.
Why would I be your trustee? Mr. Gila, do you have some additional information that I'm not picking up on?
No, Judge.
It's just something that I believe in, and I've seen evidence of, and
What leads you, Mr. Hargrove, what leads you to believe that I'm your trustee?
because of a former case I've seen.
A former case, what former case are you referring to?
In Roscom, and a friend of mine asked the judge that, and he couldn't answer him. So
That's probably because it's not factually true. What information do you have that leads you to believe that I'm a trustee for you?
In that case, the judge quit 6 months into his new term because he was dishonored.
Judge Hessling, just a month on the bench, and you're already dashing holiday dreams for a few courtroom schemers. They thought they could outsmart the system, but the judge isn't buying it. He's calling out the nonsense and keeping the courtroom in check. Justice may not be festive, but someone's got to keep order.
Roscommon County case, it was about this particular case. You've alleged that I'm your trustee. I'm asking what information or proof that you have that is true.
So you're just denying it?
I don't know of any information that it makes it true.
Okay. If it was
what information do you have?
If it was a misdemeanor,
go ahead.
If it was a misdemeanor, would it be true?
No. Misdemeanors and trusts have nothing to do with each other.
Okay, well,
there has to be some court order for me to be a trustee for you. For anybody to be a trustee, there has to be a court order. Do you have such a court order?
No. I just believe that you are my trustee of the Cesta KB account, Ronald Gene Hargrove II, and that's.
Could you speak a little more clearly and tell me what that account is?
I'm not sure. I just believe that you are my trustee, and if you deny it, then you deny it. Okay, we'll move on from there. I guess. You know, and another thing is I paid $1,000 for a reinstatement fee, but you guys keep saying I don't have a license. And where did my $1,000 go? I don't understand this.
Who did you pay $1,000 to, Mr. Hargrove?
The Secretary of State or the
Then you
State
need to ask the Secretary of State.
Well, I believe I have my license, and they just keep. There's a screw up somewhere.
Then you need to contact the Secretary of State, but I'm not connected to the Secretary of State. I'm the court system. I work in the court system. I don't work for the Secretary of State, so I can't tell them what to do. If you believe that you paid the money and you should have a license, you need to contact the Secretary of State.
Okay. Well, knowing that I think I had a license at the time, doesn't that change things?
It would change things only if it were true, and I don't know that it's true. Just because you believe it doesn't make it true.